Now, in this particular problem, you need to notice that we want to solve for z. So, notice where z is. Z is inside the parentheses. That means I need to get this parenthesis by itself. That means I need to get rid of the 41 cents and the 26 cents. Now, if you've noticed, these two things are paired together. So that means I got to get rid of the 41 cents first. So 41 cents is positive, so I'm going to subtract 41 cents from both sides. The 41 cents is gone. Write this as one term. So C minus 0.41 equals 0.26 times Z minus 1. Notice how I said that this is times, right? That's times. So the inverse of multiplication is division. So now I want to get this by itself, so I'm going to divide by 0.26. But I divide everything by 0.26. The 0.26 cancels out. I'm left with Z minus 1 equals. I'm left with C minus 41 cents divided by 26 cents. Now, the last thing we got to do is we got to get Z by itself, So that means I've got to get rid of this minus 1. And the way you do it is you just add 1. Now, when I add 1, I'm adding 1 to this entire thing. So, let's go over here. I'm going to rewrite it. We got C minus 41 cents divided by 26 cents. And then I'm going to add 1, and that's going to give me the value of Z. Alright, so in that case, the only one that looks like that is your answer choice of B. Okay, on this particular problem, what we want to do is we want to solve for B. B's in the numerator. So that means we got to get this by itself and get rid of the 3. And in doing so, since 3 is being divided, we're going to multiply. So V is equal to B times H divided by 3. Again, the inverse is multiplication. So times 3. The 3's cancel out. You get 3 times V is equal to B times H. Now that we want to get B by itself, that means I got to get rid of H. The inverse is division. So we're going to divide. That leaves me with B is equal to 3 times the volume divided by the height. And that answer happens to be F. On this particular problem, look for F, which is inside the parentheses. Try to isolate the parentheses and then get rid of the 32. So if you're going to isolate the parentheses, that means you got to get rid of the 5/9 first. So how would you do that? How would you get rid of the 5/9? Think about it and let's discuss it. Now, on number 10, notice we got to solve for H. Well, H is right here. Well, all of this is multiplication. 1/2 times B times the height. Well, remember, the inverse of multiplication is division. But we happen to have a fraction. How do you get rid of a fraction? You multiply by the reciprocal. So, I'm going to take my equation, and I'm going to do this in 2 steps. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the fraction. I'm left with 2 times the area is equal to B times H. Now I want to solve for H, so I got to get rid of the B, which is division. And when I divide, I end up getting the height is equal to 2 times the area divided by the base. Number 12, I'm going to leave for you to try. Now remember, we're solving for M, so you got to get rid of the V and the 2. And how are you going to do that? And finally, on the last one, since you're solving for t, now t is over here in this term. So that means we got to get rid of this p first. Once you get rid of that p, then you can work on this term. So let's try that.